The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order Butterburgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium on a Saturday afternoon in Apollo Conference action. The Railers come into today's game with a record of 7-1 on the season on a 6-game winning streak, 3-1 in the Apollo Conference, while Effingham comes in the contest with a record of 4-7 and 3-1 in Apollo Conference play. And Scott, you come in, you kind of look at the record, 7-1, the Railers. 8 games. Obviously, the Flaming Hearts 4-7, 11 games already on their young part of the season. They haven't fared well here as of late. They did just lose to Charleston 78-53, I believe it was, and Railers just took care of Charleston just a couple of, actually about a week ago by a pretty easy margin. Actually 73-58, Charleston lost to Effingham. The Railers took care of Charleston 46-15. So we'll see what happens. Railers sophomores were just victorious 52-24. And a little bit different, Scott, in this week. Only one game this week.
Yeah, and it's Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
I tell you what, basketball popcorn tastes better in the afternoon.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't had any, nor do we have a lot of afternoon games to have popcorn at, so I'll take your word for it. But it is a little bit different, and I like it. It's something the Railers, seems on a Saturday, you get up, they have a workout or a shoot around, and then you go home and you kind of get sleepy and tired and maybe take a nap, and then always for me it was a little hard to get back up and get going again. You jump in the shower and get something to eat. I think kind of like where you just get up, come in and shoot for a while before the game, and then lace them up and play. Colleges do this obviously a lot on Saturdays. I kind of like the idea.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Al this morning about how he gets his team prepared for an afternoon game compared to a night game. It's a whole different process. These kids, like you said, they'll come for a shoot around, go home, maybe get some lunch, take a nap, and just kind of do what they do. But today, that's kind of moved up, several hours. So
I will say the only difference, or one of the differences between a college team and a Railer basketball schedule is most likely the college team did not play last night. And normally on the Railers, when we play Friday nights, obviously you could be at Lincoln or you could be in Mattoon getting home at 9:30 or 11:30 and then expect the Railer, to get back up and play again by 2:30 the next day. Might be a little bit of a challenge for them continuing a game like this where it's in the afternoon. But as far as a fan, when it's 25 degrees outside and you get to go home or watch the game when it's decent out and then go home when it's cold and get to watch good basketball here in the afternoon.
Right, and go home and it's still daylight. And, this also prepares them a little bit for Collinsville, as they're going to play at 2:30 down there as well. So, maybe get them a little acquainted with, these afternoon games.
Yeah, you're right, Scott. And when we come back from a break, we'll talk a little bit about Collinsville and what the Railers can look forward to there, and then also next week's schedule, as well as they have 2 games on the slate next week before we hit the Christmas break. 17 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the warm-ups. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
Alzheimer's, it was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Welcome back, Railer Nation, here to Coach Neil Alexander Court at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Getting set for Saturday afternoon basketball here in Lincoln, Illinois. The Railers taking on the Flaming Hearts from Effingham High School. Again, the Railers come into the contest with a record of 7-1 on the season, fresh off a 6-game winning streak. Their only game of the week is today here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. 3-1 in the Apollo. Effingham comes into the contest with a record of 4-7 and 3-1 in Apollo Conference play. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. We talked a little bit about Effingham, what the Railers have had this week for their schedule, but their upcoming schedule here next week, the Railers are at home on Tuesday, December the 20th. The Titans from Chatham-Glenwood come to town for a 7 o'clock start. That'll be a 5:30 JV start, 5:30 sophomore start, 7 varsity. And then on Wednesday, December 21st, the Railers travel to Washington. And that is also a 7 o'clock start, 5:30 for the sophomores. The schedule for the Holiday Classic down in Collinsville is out. The Collinsville Holiday Classic takes place Wednesday, December 28th, 29th, and 30th. The Railers open up on the 28th at 2:30, taking on Granite City. What's our mascot? Got it, Scott?
A panther.
No, you're wrong.
No?
Lloyd just hit the phone. He's going to get that.
A tiger.
No. Granite City.
Minor. Granite, minor.
No. We'll figure it out. But anyways, doesn't matter. The Railers will be in action on December 28th in Collinsville at 2:30, taking on the blank of Granite City, Illinois. As soon as we find out their mascot, we'll let you know. Of course,
and another little added tidbit, there will be a shot clock, Josh.
Exactly, right.
And so that's going to be
Warriors,
a little different.
The Warriors of Granite City.
That was going to be my next guess.
I bet it was. And of course, the Railers will have all that action down in Collinsville for you for those 4 days.
Yeah. Now, would you have liked to see a shot clock back in your day? Because you're going to see it. It's on its way.
Yeah, I think so. I do. I don't know that it would have did a lot for our team or the teams that I played on. I think we had the capabilities of scoring quick if we needed to. I'm sure late in the games, I'm sure there were times where we rattled off 45 to a minute to try to ice the game a little bit. But I think I'm in favor of it.
Yeah, I think it's I put a little different twist on the game.
I enjoy watching it in the college level, so I don't know why I wouldn't in the high school.
Yeah, and we'll find out down there. Very curious and see how it goes, and we'll see what happens in the near future.
Scott won't be making the trip to Collinsville, but I will, along with Jay Harden and Ryan All having the camera, I believe. Yeah, Jay Harden will be down there with us all week, I guess. Not week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but should be a good one down there. A lot of good teams are going to take place, and we'll have all that action for you here coming up. We're going to take another break. 11:30 left here in the warm-ups. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
What's time for dinner? Donating pet
Culver's is a
food can
family
keep families
restaurant.
together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Welcome back, Railer fans, here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, getting set for the Railers and the Flaming Hearts from Effingham High School on a Saturday afternoon. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show. Josh Comnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby. And hopefully we get Railer sophomores with a win, Scott, and prove their record, I believe 4-0 now on the season. The Railers look to increase their winning streak to 7 games and improve their record. Already know what we're going to do in Collinsville, but again, if you're going to go for a conference championship, not only you got to win on the road, you for sure have to win at home.
Yeah, and Railers' only loss this season comes to a Apollo conference foe,
who I don't think has been beat since.
Yeah, they're pretty good. And they were missing a couple of players, if I understood right, and so they're probably just going to be better by the time next time we face them. But so are we. Yeah. We've seen big improvements from game 1, and the Railers, they're getting better, and that's what you want.
Well, one thing I've noticed this season, and as you have as well, Scott, the rebounding, offensive, defensive, the little drill that Coach said when he puts the thing over, covers the rim, and basically is impossible to make it. I think it is impossible to make it, and the ball comes off the rim, and you have to rebound it, or obviously even if it was going to go through, it's not going to get through the rim with this object that fits on the rim, and that's one thing that's really helped the Railers. I talked with Carson the other day after practice, and he's like, yeah, we did the rebounding drill again with with the rim protector thing, and I really think that's one thing that has worked, and I don't know that my days of playing and coaching here, we never did it, and it's something that has definitely worked.
Yeah, it's one of those lost arts that, you used to preach day in, day out, got to rebound, and, it's very important, especially if you can get some offensive rebounds and some second chances. So, yeah, I guess the little contraption is working, so it's probably here to stay.
And the Railers shot the ball a little bit better on Saturday, Scott, when we were at Jacksonville. Hit a number of different threes, and a number of different players hit threes for that day. We're asking for a little more consistent shooting. We got it. Let's hope we keep it rolling.
Absolutely.
That's going to wrap it up for us here on the pregame show. After a word from our sponsors, Scott and I'll be back here in Lincoln to bring you the play-by-play action as Lincoln takes on Effingham. As always, a big thank you goes out to all our sponsors. This has been the Josh Comnick, Grow Incorporated, and Schneider Chiropractic pregame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Have you ever seen somebody treated unfairly because of the color of their skin?
Do you guys know what it means to have white privilege?
What is racism, and what do you think about it?
Talk to young children about what racism is, giving them the language to understand it. They can be disruptors. They can shape and shift culture.
We may not always know the answer, but we'll try and help you learn.
You don't have to have all the answers, but that doesn't mean we can't start.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Good evening, Railer fans, and welcome to Lincoln Railer Basketball. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCN Sports are pleased to bring you this afternoon's contest from Lincoln, Illinois, on the campus of Lincoln Community High School, as the Lincoln Railers take on the Flaming Hearts from Effingham, Illinois. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Scott Kirby alongside Josh Komnick and Lloyd Kirby, and we're ready to bring you all of today's action from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium here on Coach Neil Alexander Court. We'd like to wish a good afternoon to all of our listeners around the world, listening via 96.3 FM, WLCN Online, the Mixlr app, or watching our live stream on YouTube. So turn the volume up and get ready for some Lincoln Railer basketball. The Railers come in tonight's action 7-1, while the Flaming Hearts have an overall record of 4-7. We got 3:30 on the clock. The Railers still in their pregame warm-ups, and it's time to check tonight's list of the game, sponsored by Me Realty. List your home with Me Realty when it's time to sell, and if you're looking to buy, check the listings at merealty.com. Josh, 3 keys to the game today.
Well, I think you said it earlier about how does Coach Alexander get his guys ready for a different time slot, a non-normal time to start the game, and I think that's a big key. I don't think the sophomores were quite ready. They got down 6 or 8 to nothing to start the game, and it kind of took them a little bit to get going. And I think the first thing is this, that you hope you don't have to worry about this, but will your guys be ready to go when the referee throws it up? So I think be ready, and then I didn't just think the consistent shooting is hopefully we can get that, and then our defense has been really good all year. I think Scott giving up like 29 points a game. If we can continue that, we're going to win our fair share of basketball games.
That's tonight's list of the game, brought to you by Me Realty. When you're ready to list your home, contact the professionals at Me Realty. As Josh mentioned, we want to see the Railers get off to a quick shooting start tonight. Hopefully a little carryover from Jacksonville over in the bowl, as the Railers beat up on the Crimsons last Saturday with a 30-point. Was it 30 points?
I think we hit that mark.
Yeah, we hit the mark, running clock.
I think we're running. Yeah.
So the Railers had a pretty good night at the bowl, but they look to carry over that hot shooting here today.
Yeah, I mean, either you go to bed really early and this is your nighttime.
It's just,
you wake up early. One of the two.
It's difficult for us too. We're out of sync. We have some pregame rituals that we do, and we didn't get to do them today. It is. You get in that rhythm of speaking, and it's usually at night. It's at night. Yep.
So we're not ready for
not today.
Not nighttime yet.
Not today. The Railers go into the locker room. The Flaming Hearts are still on the court warming up. We got 1:12 on the clock. We're going to take our last commercial break here before the opening tip, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with Lincoln Railer basketball after these messages.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right. a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Welcome back, Railer fans, here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, getting set for the starting lineups here first for the visitors. On the scoreboard, the Flaming Hearts from Effingham High School with a record of 4-7 on the season, 3-1 in the Apollo Conference. Effingham comes into the contest with a overall enrollment of 736 students. Red, white, and forest green are the colors for Effingham High School. First man out, 6'1" and a senior, number 3, Andrew Donaldson.
6'1" senior guard, number 10, Garrett Wolf.
6'1" and a senior, 10 is Garrett Wolf.
6'2" senior guard, number 24, Andrew.
6'2" and a senior, 24 is Andrew Splector.
6'1" junior forward, number 40, Spencer Fox.
6'1" and a junior, number 40, Spencer Fox. Number 52, 6'3" and a senior is Logan Heel. The Flaming Hearts are coached by Mr. Obi Farmer, assisted by Wyatt Jones. No pep band here for the Railers, so they're going to get a little bit of the Chicago Bulls entrance song. Again, the Railers on a 6-game winning streak with a record of 7-1 on the season, 3-1 in the Apollo Conference. First man out, 5'11" and a junior, 3 is Schilling. Trey Schilling. 5'6" and a junior, number 10, Carson. Keon Carson. 6'5" and a senior, 22 is Saucy. Tyler Saucy. 6'2" and a senior, 6'2" and a senior, 24 is Biven. Jake Biven, and the last man out for head coach Neil Alexander, 6'7" and a senior, 34 is Cook. Peyton Cook, assisted by Eric Ewald, Brandon Bird Farmer, Greg Alexander, Josh J. Mac McClellan, Zach Dahm, and Gary Rademacher.
Today's tip-off sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Contact Chicago Street Rentals for all your rental needs. Probably going to need some plows coming up shortly as the snow is coming.
Think it's coming?
Well, it is Illinois and it is wintertime, so it usually spells snow. As the Railers in their home whites, they've got green numbers trimmed in red letters trimmed in green, and the Flaming Hearts in their traveling red with green pinstripes.
Forest green.
Forest green?
Yeah, on the program system.
Get it right. And the opening tip goes to the Railers, and Carson will bring it across the timeline for their first possession of the afternoon. Bevan kicks it out to Schilling. Schilling opens up the game with a 3, leaves it short. Rebound fought for. Schilling gets his own rebound. And now the Railers will reset to Carson on the wing. Saucy in the corner. Now Cook. Back to Saucy. Saucy's going to throw up a 3 off the rim. No good. Fought for underneath. Yeah. Carson comes out with her.
There's our rebounding drill.
2 offensive rebounds to start the game.
Boy, Cookie with a huge size advantage.
Yeah, is up and good for Cook, and that's just too easy. Can expect to see that a lot today, Josh.
Yeah, 40 for Effingham is guarding Cook, 6'1" and a junior.
Good ball movement by the Flames, but they couldn't finish with Fox down low, and the Railers with the rebound. Carson gets it to Schilling. Now up top, they'll work it around to the other side.
Got to go to him. You know, the Railers not accustomed to throwing it to a lot of posts. We just haven't had that many posts in our lately as far as years go by. And you can almost see them Biven up with a shot. Good from about 12 feet for Biven. But they only give one look. And once that one look is gone, Scott, and he's not open, we tend to look away, where sometimes that post guy is still working to get open.
4-0 Railers early in this game, and the Hearts turn it over. Unforced turnover by the Hearts.
First turnover on Effingham. The Railers up 4-0 here. Good start for the team in white.
Saturday afternoon basketball here at Roy S. Anderson. Railers with a 4-point lead. And the ball. Carson for a 3. He's off the back of the rim, up over the backboard, and it will be Effingham basketball.
Talked about that shooting that we did so well at the bowl about a week ago, and has started out 0 for 3 here from three-point land for the Railers.
Heel gets it down low to Fox. Now Fox kicks it out. There's Wolf. He'll take a 3 and get it.
Yeah, he's been doing that to the Railers. At least him or his brothers have been making threes for a long time against the Railers.
4-3 Railers with the basketball. 5:50. Oh, the clock is not running. The clock is not running. Did Joe Ryan down there?
It's still not running. 5:55 to go, and we're Schilling with a big 3 off the weave, and a
clock.
I think they're telling him right now.
So we got about an extra
minute of basketball. Got your little more money's worth. But Schilling with a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer for the Railers. Now that leads 7-3.
I was worried about the clock, Josh, and didn't even. There's a 3 by Wolf. I think it was partially blocked. Fought for underneath. Fox that's high heel. He'll go back up and strong for Effingham.
Heel was the only one that went to the ground for the loose ball.
Carson kicks it back out, and Saucy able to track it down, gets it over to Biven. Biven will dribble in, pass it down to Carson. Now out to Schilling up top. He fakes a 3, pulls up from the free throw line, misses it. Rebound comes down to Donaldson for the Hearts. Now Effingham will push right. There's a travel or a jump ball, and it is a travel on Splector as he took one too many steps, and it will be Railer basketball.
Well, here's we talked about the size advantage for the Railers. We've really yet to take advantage of it. We've got to get the ball into Cook, and I don't care if it happens 10 times in a row. If he's going to score and have that smaller guy on him, we got to take advantage of it.
Cook with it up top. Now to Carson.
There it is.
Over to Schilling. Schilling sees him. Doesn't give it to him. Now Carson gets to the lane up and partially blocked. Going to go out of bounds off the Hearts and going to stay with the Railers. 7-5 Railers, 4:49 to go in the first. Schilling to inbound on his own baseline. Gets it in. Now the Railers will reset up top with Carson.
Right into it. Got him.
Corner. Yep, there's a wide open Cook. Gets a little too deep. Gets out of there. Blocked. Now kicks it out for a 3. No good from Biven. Fought for underneath. Schilling has it. Nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Biven. Now Biven will get to the lane. Now kick it to Schilling. Now they'll work it around to the left. Saucy to Cook. Now Biven. He'll get underneath. Nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Schilling for a 3. Got it.
Yeah. Well, just extra shots. Got another Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer from Trey Schilling to give him 6 here on the day. And boy, the Railers just keep possessions alive with the offensive rebounds. A couple there by Biven, and then just some unselfish passing.
Wolf for a jumper up, no good. Cook there for the rebound. 10-5 Railers. Just a little over 4 minutes to go in the first. Biven
now, got to throw it to
Carson. Yep, he had him.
He's not looking.
Carson up top, now to Cook. He's out on the wing. To Schilling, now to Biven on this side. Cook pulls up from the elbow, rolls around, no good. Heel with the rebound for the Hearts.
Taking a lot of quick jump shots, I think, too, Scott, with the size advantage that the Railers have. I'd like to see us get that ball to Cook and play off him from the block.
Looks like we've got a trio of Railers getting ready to check in. 10-5, 3:24 to go in the first quarter. Tapped out there by Schilling. Yeah, great defense by Schilling as he's able to get a hand in there, tip it away. Now he's got it on the wing, kicks it back up to Carson, to Saucy. Over to Biven on the wing. Now Cook in the corner. He'll drive in. Nothing there, and stepped out of the baseline. Might have been pushed a little bit, but no call, and turnover on the Railers.
Yeah, first turnover for the Railers, and Gowan and Nelson and Hayes check in for the Railers. Saucy, Biven, and Schilling take a rest.
And this is where the Railers, they just wear you down.
Now you can bring in guys, you can start to pressure more. We may pressure just as much or more when Gowan and Keon are on the court at the same time.
Fox gets it over to Wolf, and Nelson's going to be called for the fouls. He reached in. Tried to get the loose ball, just got him on the arm. His first, team first. Hearts with the basketball. Fox now over to Donaldson, back up to Fox. Donaldson on the wing. He's going to throw up a three. Ooh, way too long. Nelson with the rebound. He pushes left. Now we'll back it out to Cook. Cook will get to the lane, up, and ooh, no good. Left it just short. Good strong move by Cook, just couldn't finish. Heel with it in the corner, all the way across to Donaldson. Nowhere to go. Guarded there by Gowan. Now Donaldson's going to throw up a three and get it right in front of the students.
Yeah, he kind of caught it, took a jab step, and didn't go anywhere with the jab step, and stayed right there, and was able to knock it down.
10-8. Nelson looks to answer. Left it a little too long. Rebound comes down to the Hearts.
Yeah, just quick shots. You know, the guys haven't really moved the ball. And, you know, one thing Coach always said, when you take quick shots, if you don't make them, you must love to play defense because you're back and playing D again so quickly. So I'd like to see a little more ball movement, try to get a little bit better shot where the shooter's in rhythm.
10-8 Railers, just under 2 minutes to go in the first. Wolf pulls up for a jumper off the rim, no good. Gowan flies up for the rebound, kicks it up to Carson. Carson pushes right, now resets to Gowan, up to Hayes, over to Nelson. Now Cook with it in the corner. Carson, and he's going to get called for the travel.
Second turnover now for Lincoln, 3 on Effingham.
10-8, 1:35 to go in the first. The Hearts with the basketball. Wolf over to Donaldson. And boy, that was a quick 10 seconds there.
Yeah, well, I was kind of wondering, you know, they just kept kind of passing back and forth nonchalantly, and after about 4 or 5 passes back and forth, you know you got to be getting close, and they took one too many.
10-8 Railers with the basketball. 1:20 to go in the first quarter here on this Saturday afternoon of basketball. Gowan with it in the corner. He's going to shoot a three. Got it.
Yeah.
Gowan with the Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Yeah, another three there for the Railers, and a nice call off the turnover for Lincoln, and they got a three right in front of us for Gowan.
Railers up by 5. 1 minute to go in the first. Wolf back to Wolf up top, over to Donaldson.
Wolf and Donaldson look alike. 40 and 10.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, 40's Fox, so that wouldn't be Donaldson. The Fox looks like the Wolf.
Right.
Splector.
And that guy's got 2 3-pointers.
Yeah,
I know that.
Yes, he does. Donaldson with another three for the Hearts, and the Railers up by 2 with the basketball. See if they hold for 1. Cook fought for underneath, and he will jump ball.
Yeah, it's just a long pass, and it kind of took too long. You know, he's probably 3 steps behind the 3-point line, and it's got to have a little more force on it. And they were able to come around Cook and tie it up.
So Effingham looks to tie it up or go up by 1 with the basketball, down by 2, 13 on the clock. Wolf over to Donaldson. You got to keep an eye on Donaldson. Now Splector, he's guarded there. Turnover, Carson 5, now 3. Carson up and good. So defense turns into offense, and the Railers take a 4-point lead into the second quarter. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have second quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Scott Kirby, Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby here this evening. Paula back at the studio today.
Not in this evening yet.
This afternoon. Well, it just, it's hard. It's tough. It's tough on a guy. Railer basketball to start the second quarter, up by 4. Carson over to Nelson. Now Hayes in the corner. They'll work it back to this side of the court. Cook up top. Now goes to the left. Hayes loses it for a minute, tracks it back down. Now the Railers are reset. Gowan in the corner. He'll throw up another 3. Got it. Boom. That's Gowan's spot. He hits another Chris Coyne, State Farm, 3-pointer.
Yeah, big shot there by Gowan. Gowan coming off the bench today, as he has most of this season. Really one of the guys that really hasn't gotten it going from deep yet. And nice start here this afternoon for Gowan. 2 threes.
18-11 Railers. The Hearts with the basketball. Fox over to Donaldson. Now they work it around. Fox, Donaldson on the wing. Donaldson for another 3. Short, gets his own rebound. Or I'm sorry, that's Splector for the rebound. And he'll be fouled and get 2 free throws.
Donaldson with the shot. Splector with the offensive rebound. And we have I've seen a lot of that this season. The Railers have done a really good job on the defensive boards. Haven't given up many offensive rebounds, but too many guys in white jerseys standing, and Splector was one that went after it.
Free throw from Splector up and good. He'll get another one. Rolled in, no good. Railers with the rebound, up by 6. Carson pushes right to Gowan. Now Hayes, they'll work it around up top to Nelson, back to Hayes, to Gowan in the corner.
Railers just got to find a way to get it to Cook inside. He's got too much size and too much length and athleticism, not for him not to catch it down in there.
Hayes on the wing with the basketball. Now Carson up top. He'll get to the lane, kick it out to Nelson. He'll shoot a 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound comes down to Heel for the Hearts.
Good job of Keon getting in the middle of the lane there and kicking out to Nelson. Not sure he was ready for that one yet. Kind of had to get his feet set back up, and normal he's got him already set before.
Wolf with a little running hook shot. Up and good from Wolf. He was able to get to the lane, and an easy bucket for Wolf. Now the Railers only up by 4.
Right now.
Cook goes left, dishes out to Hayes. Nice look from Cook to Hayes underneath.
Yeah, they came to double on Cook, and Hayes' man went to go double, and Drew did a good job of going right to the basket. Good job of what Cook did, keep his eyes up, and found Hayes right underneath. So nice play there for the Railers.
Another turnover for the Hearts. Railers with the basketball up by 6.
And they may continue to do that if they go to try to double every time. The Railers can't stand and watch Cook do something with it when there's 2 guys on him.
A lot of ball movement by the Railers, looking for a shot. Cook with it up top. He's going to pull up for a 3. Got it. And that's another aspect of his game, Josh, that they've got to be aware of, and that's just going to help him get maybe open down and underneath later on.
Chris Coyne, State Farm 3-pointer for Cookie, and that extends the lead now 23-14. Keon
Gowan with the tip. Schilling to Carson. He couldn't handle it as he tried to grab the ball and shoot it before he actually had it, but good defense by the Railers.
Yeah.
Just couldn't.
Scrappiness over there by Gowan and Schilling. Schilling comes up with it and throws it. I think he was trying to throw it to Keon, but Gowan thought he was throwing it to him and went over the top and then kind of got in Carson's vision, I think, a little bit to catch the basketball.
Effingham yet to sub, so must not be very deep on their bench, Josh.
No, they didn't have a whole lot of guys. As the sophomores game were at halftime, most of the time the varsity comes out and takes some shots. They had about 6 guys out there, so I don't think they've got a whole lot on the varsity roster.
That's got to be a travel there. Yeah. Good call. In my eyes, what do I know?
Yeah.
23-14 Railers with the basketball. Right 4:40 to go in the first half. Carson with it on the wing. Now all the way across to Schilling. Back to Carson. To Gowan. Now Schilling. They'll work it to the left. Cook with it up top. Now Saucy for the wing and a 3. No good. Rebound comes down to the Hearts. They kick it up to Heel. He'll spin up and no good. Pfaffer underneath. Wolf with the rebound. He'll put it up. No good. Cook and Heel grab the ball, and it will be a jump ball, and it will stay with the Flaming Hearts.
Yeah, Cook's leg got wrapped up underneath Heel. I was a little concerned there what was going to happen, but he's up and on his feet, moving well.
Jumper from Wolf, too long. Schilling with the rebound. Airballed it. Now Schilling, he'll trot it up to the left, over the timeline to Saucy, over to Carson. 23-14, halfway through the second. Saucy with it in the corner, up to Carson on the wing. Now over to Gowan to Schilling. Now Cook in the corner. Nothing there for Cook. He'll kick it out to Carson, over to Saucy.
For Gowan's 2 for 2 on the day.
Schilling for a deep three. He left it way short. Gowan there for the rebound, gets it to Carson. Now the Railers working some clock, running some weave. There goes Cook. Nothing there. Saucy for a 3 from the wing off the back of the iron. No good. Splector goes in for the rebound.
Well, Railers just can't get anything going to the hoop, or at least we're not trying to anyway. Everything on the perimeter right now on the outside of the 3-point line, and the Railers right now just not hitting them.
23-14. Railers up by 9. Hearts with the basketball, 3:05 to go in the first half. There's a drive from Wolf, and they're going to get Cook with the foul, and Wolf will get 2 free throws.
Cook's first foul, third on the Railers, and Effingham without a foul. So the Railers have not been real aggressive to the hoop when the opponent doesn't have a foul yet. 2 for 2 for Wolf from the line. Give Wolf 7 here on the night, or the afternoon.
It's hard, isn't it, man? It's tough. Gowan for a 3, airballed it. Schilling tips it to Cook. Ooh, Cook could have went to the basket, kicks it out to Gowan. His 3's no good. Saucy flies in, tips it out, but he's going to be called for the foul.
Well, I think sometimes as a player, you also got to figure out, what, I'm not on today, or we're not on. We got to figure out something else to do to get some points. And right now, the Railers just not making any adjustments as far as trying to get to the hoop, or trying to find a back cut, or trying to find Cook on the post to get an easy basket. When you're not shooting it well from outside, you got to find another way to do it. And sometimes it can't always be the coach calling a play out for it. It's got to be, you taking it upon yourself to drive to the hoop.
Be aggressive. Get to the hoop. They work it down low to Heel. He's wide open for a jumper. Misses it. Little one-hand putback. No good. And Cook with the rebound, fought for. He'll be fouled by Heel for Effingham, and they picked up their first foul. That's Heel's first foul. Raiders with the basketball. Up by 7. Coach Al barks out the play. Carson will set him up.
Now they'll go to zone. You see a lot of teams do this against the Railers now. As soon as they call out a play, they'll go switch their defense.
A little chess match here between the Railers and the Hearts. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Schilling, little lob to Cook, up and good. Cook got a little deep underneath. Josh was able to get his position back and put in a little, I guess, a little reverse.
Yeah, at the beginning I thought, well, Effingham knows the play, so they kind of try to move Cook, like you said, almost moving out of bounds. But the screen came a little late, and Saucy set it, and then Cook was able to catch and, as you said, make a little bit of a reverse layup on the catch. Ooh, that's off.
Turnover, Carson. You're not going to beat him down the court. He misses it. But Piven there for the putback.
Yeah, great job by Jake. You always tell the guys don't anticipate that made layup, and Jake didn't.
Got a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be back after these messages.
Donating pet food can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
And we were all threes and not making them, and that means you don't change the number on the scoreboard when you don't make threes. You don't make anything really, and we've been able to find some easier hoops.
Raiders up by 11. 1:10 to go, biggest lead of the afternoon, and Carson's going to get Wolf on the arm. Carson picks up his. Be his first. 5th team foul for the Railers, only one on the Flaming Hearts. 1:05 to go in the first half. Wolf to Splector. Splector gets it back to Wolf. Say we got an over and back there. And another turnover for the Hearts. Railer basketball on the sideline right in front of the scores table. Bivin to inbound. He'll get it to Carson with 1 minute to go here in the first half.
You know, and you see 1 minute here, Scott. You start to play that chess match of
Cook up and no good, but he'll be fouled.
That chess match of, do I get a decent shot here and then still leave me with, when that shot clock comes in, then you give them 35 and can you give me one with 10 back? You know, so you got to start to think about that a little bit as well, which will be fun in Collinsville.
Yeah, I'd rather him just be aggressive, go to the hoop instead of trying to, wind out the clock, because more times than not it turns over and it doesn't work out well for us.
It's hard to do to hold the ball for a minute.
Yeah.
Cook's second free throw up and good. 2 for 2 from the line. Gowan will check in for Schilling now. The Railers up 29-16 with 50.7 left here in the second quarter. Give Cook 9 now on the game.
Railers with their biggest lead of the afternoon, 13. Hearts with the basketball, 40 seconds to go here in the first half. That's Wolf with it up top. Now over to Donaldson. Now Fox to Donaldson, over to Wolf. like the Hearts are kind of content holding it for the last shot as Wolf goes up for a jumper, no good. Heel tried to get the rebound. Carson snuck in there but stepped on the baseline. Going to stay with the Hearts. Carson just snuck under Heel and took it from him. But unfortunately, he was out of bounds. Going to stay with the Hearts. Donaldson to inbound, gets it to Splector.
Boy, he's quick.
And, I thought that was off of Splector.
He closed in on Splector really, really fast. He thought he had a shot, but you saw Keon come out of nowhere.
I don't think Keon's taking a break today.
No.
Three by Wolf, no good, airballed it. Bivin with the rebound with 1 second, now stolen away, thrown up way too late, and that will do it for the first half here in Lincoln. Your halftime score, the Railers 29, the Flaming Hearts 16. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the Grout Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic halftime show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball.
Welcome back, Railer Nation, here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, where the Railers take a halftime lead here over the Flaming Hearts from Effingham by a score of 29-16. First, we will go through the scoring. The scoring for Effingham, Railers have done a good job against the Flaming Hearts, only giving up 16 points here in the half. Their average right now in-game, whole game is 29 points per game. The Railers close to on pace with that. They are led by their senior, 6'1 senior, number 10, Garrett Wolf. Wolf has 7. Andrew Donaldson, also a senior guard, with 6. 2 for Logan Heel, and 1 point for Andrew Splictor for the 16 for the Flaming Hearts from Effingham. The Railers are led here this afternoon by the senior, 6'7 senior, 34 Cook, Peyton Cook with 9. 6 apiece for Aiden Gowan and Trey Schilling, all on Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointers. 4 points for Jake Biven. 2 points apiece for Keon Carson and Drew Hayes. Halftime lead, 29-16. Send it back to the studios for a couple-minute break. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball. Welcome back here, Railer fans. Here from Coach Neil Alexander Court on a Saturday afternoon as the Railer pom-poms and their fathers are giving us a little halftime entertainment as the Railers are up 29-16 here at half in Apollo Conference play against the Flaming Hearts from Effingham. Josh Komnick along with Scott Kirby and Lloyd Kirby manning the camera here for you. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show. And the Railers, of course, are back in action on Tuesday here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium as the Titans from Chatham Glenwood come to town for a 7 o'clock varsity start, 5:30 for the sophomores. And then Railers travel to Washington on Wednesday before we hit the Christmas break. And Washington game is at 7 and a 5:30 start for the sophomores as well. Then we head down to Collinsville starting on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The Railers, it is already set. The Railers play Wednesday. Railers play Wednesday at 2:30 against Granite City. And, of course, we'll have all the action here for you. Scott, pretty good half here for the Railers. Took a little bit to get going, as we talked about in the pregame. Different time of game, a little bit different start. But got it going with some defense. The defense turned it offense with some quick scores and didn't shoot it well from the perimeter. But we were able to get some turnovers and turn them into points.
Yeah, started to pick up the intensity there towards the end of the second quarter. And they'll go in, they'll make some halftime adjustments, and they look for them to come out and just really pour it on, because Effingham, they didn't sub the whole first half. And I don't know that you can play a full game just, nonstop. So we'll see if the Railers can wear them down.
Railers out on the court, 2 minutes left here in the halftime. We're going to take the last break before we come back for second half action. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
The second half of basketball is underway. Railers with the basketball, and they'll work it around. Bivin, Schilling, Saucy, Cook, and Carson in for the Railers, those 5 starters, and the same 5 in for Effingham. Saucy for a 3 in the corner, left it short. Rebound comes down to Splector for the Hearts. Hearts just get it across the timeline. Wolf with it up top, guarded by Carson. Over to Donaldson. Stolen away by Schilling. Now kicks it to Carson. Could have, I don't know. They should have went. They had a 3-on-2, but they chose to
you
just
see a
hold
lot of
back.
it. We just just look for that point guard all the time instead of having our guards, especially Schilling, Bivin, Gowan, Nelson. Those guys can bring the ball up. We continually just try to look for Carson all the time, and we miss out on some opportunities for points.
Cook, and he's going to carry it, and it's going to go to the Hearts. 29-16, Railers, 6:55 to go into third. Halftime entertainment brought to you by the dance squad and their fathers. And I just cannot wait till the day that Mr. Josh Comnick's out there with his daughter.
That took quite a while. She's 7 right now.
Yeah, but it's coming. There's a feed down low to Heel. He'll put it up and good. And he's got 4 points. 29-18 Railers. There's a jumper by Saucy from the elbow, and it's good.
Yeah, nice shot there as Effingham scores and the Railers answer, keep that 13-point lead.
Kick out to Fox in the corner. Now to Wolf. He loses it. Cook gets it and hands it off to Saucy. He gives it to Carson. 31-18 Railers. 6:06 to go in the third. Carson to Saucy. Now he'll hand back to Carson, who gives it to Bivin. And, yep, Carson tried to get to the lane, and he's going to get called for the charge. Pretty good acting as well. No flop. 31-18 Railers. Wolf over to Donaldson. Now you get across to Heel. Work it over to Fox. Now to Wolf for a 3. Got it.
Yeah, you don't give him too many chances. He sits there wide open. He's going to knock it down.
31-21. The lead is 10. 5:25 to go. There's a jumper by Saucy. No good. Splector flies in for the rebound. Hearts look to get it to single digits. Fought for. Wolf. And timeout on the floor as
I'm not sure anybody
Coach
had
Farmer calls a timeout. Yeah, Coach Gregg's wanting a jump ball, which was well before the timeout, but the referee granted the timeout. We'll keep it right here. It's a 30-second timeout. Some of our sponsors for today's game. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trusted professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Chase Lowry, Edward Jones Financial. Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Railer basketball on WLCN. Call financial advisor Chase Lowry at 217-732-7524 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Let's go Railers.
Hearts basketball. Donaldson to inbound. Hands it off to Wolf. Now Wolf will pull it up top for the Hearts. Donaldson on the wing, guarded there by Bivin. Over to Fox. Now Wolf. Work it down low. Tried to work it down low to Heel. Saucy steps in for the steal. Gets it to Bivin. Bivin pushes left. Now cross court to Carson. Carson around the back. Pulls it back out. Tries to get to the lane. Up and no good. Probably not the shot that we're looking for there, Josh.
No, I
feed it down low to Splector, who got away with the travel. And Heel underneath, can't get it to go, and gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and good. Yeah, the lead is down to 8.
We're just taking a lot of bad shots, quick shots, shots that we're not accustomed to shooting, and we're giving them, see this.
Saucy for a 3, no good. Cook with the rebound. He'll go back up and couldn't finish, but he'll be fouled. He'll get 2 free throws.
You know, we talked about it. You shoot early and you give Effingham a chance to come down and score. We're giving them a lot of opportunities to score. Cook
will get 2 free throws. First one's up and good. probably have a lot of listeners right now shopping and listening to us on the Mixler app. So, week before Christmas, and Darren Stevens is going to check in. He's going to get some early minutes here, and Kingsley and Nelson and Gowan check in as well. So a little different lineup than we're used to seeing, Josh. Maybe that's just to kind of get maybe the attention of some of these guys.
Could be. I don't know. Things aren't rolling right now. So if you can bring somebody else in to provide a spark, then that's what that's what Coach needs to try to do.
Railers back up by 10. Hearts with the basketball. Wolf to Fox. Now Fox will get it over to Donaldson. Now they'll work it back to the right to Wolf. Wolf will go left, pass to Donaldson. Now back this way with Wolf. Feeds it down low to Splector. Nothing there. Guarded by Stevens. There's a three from Donaldson in the corner. Got it. Donaldson with another three, and that's his third three of the game.
Yeah, he's been a shooter from the perimeter, obviously, and that's about the only shots he's taken. Really, it's just you got to get out on him and make him do something different.
33-26, 3:40 to go in the third. Railers with the basketball. Kingsley to Cook. Cook pulls up from the elbow. Nice shot by Cook. Good 17-footer or so, Josh, and it was nothing but net.
That's a tough shot, and again, one of those shots that we don't take a lot of. He takes more than most anybody on the Railers, and he tends to make quite a few of them. So a good shot there by Cook. Just not a lot of flow for our offense, so not getting a lot of good looks.
35-26, 3:10 to go in the third quarter. Feed it down low to Spector. Now out to Donaldson. He can hit the three. Got another one from the wing. Donaldson, that's his fourth three-pointer. And the lead is down to 6 for the Railers. 35-29, 2:55 to go in the third. Cook with it in the corner. Now Stevenson. Stevenson pulls up, gives it to Kingsley. Kingsley over to Nelson. Nelson to Cook. Now Cook. He'll get stopped. He'll turn around, pull up for the jumper. Another tough shot from Cook, and he's able to connect.
Yeah, you're right. 2 tough shots, back-to-back possessions for the Railers. Cook's had both of them. He's been able to knock him down, but the Railers have got to find Donaldson here on this end.
Wolf tries to get to the lane. He does. Throws up a prayer, and they're going to get a foul on Cook. That's his second.
Cook. I don't know if that was
Cook. I don't even know if you even call that. But Wolf will get 2 free throws. First one up and good.
Another free throw up for Wolf, and it's good. Now 37-31 here. Railers clinging to that 6-point lead here the last couple possessions.
6-point lead for the Railers. Effingham's fought their way back in there. Stevens for a deep three, no good. And Fox there for the rebound. Kicks it up to Splector, back to Fox. There's Wolf in the corner, nothing there. Now they'll work it back to the left. Donaldson, keep an eye on him. He gets open for another three. Ooh, left it way too long. Nelson there for the rebound. Decent crowd here on a Saturday afternoon basketball game at Roy S. There's Nelson for a three. That's no good. And Stevens there for a rebound. Gets it to Gowan. Now back to Stevens over to Kingsley.
Yeah, again, we got to get something going toward the rim. Too much standing, too much passing without a purpose, and need some dribble drives, get to the rim, some sort of a back cut. Maybe a backdoor layup.
Nelson for a deep three right in front of the bench, and he connects for a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer for Nelson.
Yeah, we needed it. He's trying to get in rhythm this game a little bit, just hasn't been able to. And that one, he just had to take a step back even farther and get a good step through by Stevens.
Yeah. Railers up by 9 with the basketball. Stevens gets it to Kingsley. Now Kingsley over to Gowan. 2 sharpshooters guarding each other, and Nelson and Wolf. Kingsley to Gowan. Gowan dribbles in, nothing there. Kicks it in the corner for Stevens. Stevens is going to take a three. Got it. A little line drive three-pointer from Stevens, and it's another Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
Well, you talked about it, Coach, trying to find a spark off the bench, and maybe that's Stevens. He came up with the steal in the last possession and then comes down and hits the corner three. So you kind of called it, Scott. We had to find something different, and so far Stevens has been able to do it.
Railers back up by 12. There's Donaldson for a three, blocked by Gowan. And the Railers with the basketball with 20 seconds to go in the third. I got to believe they'll hold for one here, Josh.
Yeah, I think we had a 13-point lead and couldn't, as bad as we played in the third quarter, we could make this even more.
Gowan tracks it down with 7 on the clock. There's another three by Stevens, no good. Fought for, Gowan has it, puts it up and good, and that will do it for 3 quarters as the ball just fell down to Gowan, and he put it back up for the deuce. At the end of 3, it's the Railers 45, it's the Flaming Hearts 31. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have fourth quarter action here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium as the Railers take their largest lead into the fourth quarter, 45-31. This afternoon, Flaming Hearts have the basketball to start the fourth. Same 5 on the court for the Railers. There's Donaldson with a three-pointer off the back of the rim. Cook goes up for the rebound, kicks it over to Carson, who gets it to Gowan. Now a trailing Cook, he'll spin up and got it. Cook with a little spinning jumper off the backboard and good.
Yeah, nice find by Gowan too. Good job by Cookie to run right down the middle of the lane, and Gowan found him with a spin move in between 2 Flaming Hearts. But I want him to call this pick down here that's right in the middle of the lane.
Heel up and good.
Railers didn't get back on defense and gave Effingham an easy score.
47-33 Railers. They'll work it down low to Cook. Now they'll find him and up and good for Cook, and that's something that we wanted to see early on, Josh, and now they're working it into him.
Yeah, we got to go right away and go to him early, and then if they decide to double him, cut like we did that one time Hayes did, and Cook was able to find him.
49-33, 6:50 to go in the game. 3:26 in the afternoon, Josh. Just doesn't seem right.
It's going to be perfect. We'll be out of here by 4 o'clock, and then you can do whatever you want.
Probably go home, watch more basketball.
Yep.
Some good games on today.
You're dang right, there is.
Cook blocked it, thought it went off of heel, didn't. And it's going to stay with the Hearts. Indiana lost to Kansas earlier. Houston was up on Virginia.
Houston won.
Three-pointer no good. Rebound Nelson. We got a 2-on-1 with Gowan and Nelson. Bounce pass to Gowan. Up and no good. Too strong. But Wolf went over the back of Nelson, and he'll pick up the foul.
Yeah, Nelson gave him a good pass, and then again, you just don't want to anticipate the make, and he went back up. I think he was going to try and shoot it without bringing it back down, but Wolf came over the back and fouled him. So Nelson will head to the free throw line for his first 2 free throws of the game.
Illinois in action today against Alabama A&M. Probably catch the second half of that one, although it'll probably be over by the time as far as score-wise. There's a free throw up and good from Nelly. 50-33. Nelson's got 4. Cook with 19. He leads all scorers. 6:19 to go in the game. 17-point lead for the Railers, their largest lead of the day. I think the benching got to some of these Railers because they're coming in with some intensity.
Yeah, we had nice.
Wolf for a three off the rim, no good. Fought for underneath. Count the bucket as Splector there for the rebound. And Carson with the foul.
Yeah, Carson didn't find a body and box out there, and were able to come in and grab an easy rebound and put back in. So Effingham just kind of hanging around a little bit in that zone of either getting blown out or making this a ball game here with still 6 minutes left. A lot of time.
Yeah, Splector, he finishes the three-point play. Railers up by 14, under 6 minutes to go in the game. Railers with the basketball. Nelson up to Carson. Stevens still in the game. He's going to pull up for a three off the back of the iron. No good. Fought for. Tapped out to Nelson. He finds the lane. Up and no good. Fought for. And Donaldson comes out with it. Kicks it up to Splector. He gets it up in a hurry. And goes around Stevens. He tried to pick up the charge. Cook there for the rebound. Now we got some transition basketball. Gowan loses control of it, and it's going to be out of bounds off the Railers going to Effingham. And just a little out of control there for the past couple possessions, Josh.
Well, it was a good pass, and Gowan just couldn't get it, couldn't get the grab on it on the catch on the full run. So you can't blame the pass or anything. It's just Aiden just couldn't catch it.
50-36 Railers, 5:18 to go in the game.
Good job of Keon Carson of running Donaldson fresh off the line.
Found Splector. He'll go up. Fake. Cook goes up to block it. Splector able to finish the bucket. Railers up 50-38 down to 12. Carson up and count the bucket. No, going to call it on the ground. Good move by Carson as he got into the lane, but just going to be fouled before the shot. Nelson will inbound on their own baseline. A little lobber to Cook, couldn't finish. Heel there with the rebound. 50-38, 4:55 to go in the ball game. Wolf for a three. And it rolls in and good, Josh, and it's down to a 9-point game, and it was 17 not too long ago.
50-33, and all of a sudden they go on a 8-0 run, and now you're back within a tight ball game here with 4:30 left in the game. Railers come down and take some bad shots and some quick shots and don't work it around and make Effingham play any defense.
Cook up and no good, misses it, gets his own rebound, up with the right and good. And this is where the shot clock comes into play, Josh, where you can't just take the air out of the basketball. You got to keep playing.
Well, and the Railers haven't had any trouble with that early on as far as this game. We've been taking a lot of quick shots, just don't know if they're the best shots.
Railers up by 11, just halfway through the fourth quarter here this afternoon. Hart's with the basketball. Fox doesn't look to score too much. Donaldson now to Fox. He's going to pull up for a three. Off the rim, no good. Fought for. Cook grabs the rebound, kicks it up to Nelson. Nelson pulls up for a three. Off the rim, no good. Heel there with the rebound. Splector guarded by Carson. Carson all over him, and they're going to get Carson with the foul as he reached in. 52-41, 3:36 to go in the game. Kingsley, he's going to check in for Carson as he just picked up his fourth. Effingham basketball down by 11. Wolf with it up top, guarded by Kingsley. To Heel. To Wolf.
Yeah, you got to get out on Wolf. And what's that guy over here? Donaldson?
Yeah. There's a deep three off the backboard. They call that a brick in the old days.
Yeah, that was a quick shot and probably a bad one too there. Effingham right back in this thing, and then they just come up and kind of force a three-pointer by Wolf.
Deep three by Gowan. A little too soon, I think. You know, they're in the shot clock yet.
I was just getting ready to say we're playing like we have a shot clock or we're down.
And just like that, Wolf hits a three. Timeout Effingham. 2:57 to go in the ball game. It's the Railers 52. The Flames 41. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back after these messages.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Gymnasium, Scott Kirby, Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby here this afternoon as the Railers 52, Effingham 44. Just like that, Josh, a 17-point lead dwindled down to 8 with some unnecessarily early shots in the possessions.
Well, and then not knowing your assignments back on defense. I mean, we gave Donaldson and Wolf a couple open looks, and you just can't relax, in any game, especially there was a lot of time left. We were up 17 with, I think it was about 6 minutes left to go, and they scored 9 points or 8 points, whatever it was, in a hurry. I mean, it was quick baskets, and then we came over and shot quick, which gave them the ball back to score some more.
Biven up and rolls around and good for Biven. Good shot by Biven.
I think Jake's had a nice game today. Rebounded the ball well, played good hard defense like he normally does, and then he's gotten some baskets to go. He hit the jumper here in the first quarter and then gets that one to go. So Biven with a solid game from the senior.
Yeah, he's got 6 points. Kind of quiet out there, but he does all the dirty work. Splector.
They rarely get
tied up. Thought it was tied up. Biven's going to pick up the foul. That's
you talk about Biven and his defense. You rarely see a 3 given up on his side. His side is kind of like one of those D-backs that they say they stay away from his side of the field. Well, the offense maybe doesn't plan on it, but eventually they kind of stay away from his side on the 1-2-2 because he is quick to get out on the ball.
Work it down to Heel. He'll turn around for the jumper just inside the free throw line. And we got an 8-point ball game here with under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Now we'll see if they work some clock.
Yeah, should be a lot of cook here for me in the post.
And somewhere. No three-pointers.
No three-pointers. Don't need them. You're up here. You don't have to worry about the shot clock right now. It's nothing, no reason to practice against or practice for it.
Cook spins, nothing there. Kicks it out to Schilling. Now in the corner. There's a 3 by Saucy. It's okay if you make them.
Yeah.
And Saucy just drilled a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer.
It helps a lot when you make them. It's just bad when you don't at this point in the game.
It always looks good when you do.
Mm-hmm.
Railers up by 11, 1:15 to go in the game. Work it down low to Heel. He'll back Cook down, kick it out to Donaldson in the corner for a 3. Off the rim, no good. Schilling tried to get the rebound. Splector has it up and no good. Cook for the rebound. Kicks it out to Kingsley. Kingsley, he'll push it up to Schilling on the right. Now Schilling will back it out. Give it to Saucy up top. Over to Cook. Under a minute to go in the ball game. Railers up by 11 and the basketball. And we're going to have a foul on Wolf as he tries to extend the game. It's only the 4th team foul on the Hearts.
Yeah, so they've
Wolf's first.
They've got a couple yet to get to the bonus.
The 3rd or the 4th? They may have already changed it.
Yeah, they may. I thought it was
there it goes.
4th, yeah. It looks like the Vikings have come back all the way from 33 nothing to come back and tie it up here. They're going to go into overtime.
45 on the clock, another foul on the Hearts, and they're going to get Donaldson. That's only his first foul of the game, 5th on the Hearts. So they still have 1 to give. Schilling to inbound, he'll get it to Saucy. Now over to Carson. There goes the clock. And another foul on number 14, who they've brought in, probably to do just that thing, the foul guy.
The foul man?
Who is number 14?
14 is, I think he played in the sophomore game, I believe. 14 is Wade Busher. 6-foot freshman.
Now it's going to come down to free throws, Josh. If the Railers can go to the line and at least make the first of that 1-and-1, we should be in pretty good shape.
Yep, Keon will step there to the line. A couple Railers will be, Bivin will be up there on the lane line with him.
Railers up by 11, 42 seconds on the clock. Carson to the line for 1-1. First one up and no good. Fought for underneath. Carson comes out there with it, and another quick foul on Donaldson. Ref got whistle happy there. He called the foul before it even happened.
Yeah, and I think he knows Effingham wants to foul, but it's it's not a foul till it's a foul, right? So Keon will step to the line again to try to get the bonus shot.
There you go. 58-46. Got the second. Keon with 4 points this afternoon. Cook leading scorer with 21. Wolf right behind him with 18. Should just about do it here as he'll throw up a jumper, no good. Fought for underneath. Cook comes up with it, and Heel's gonna foul and extend this lead a little bit more, as that's the 9th team foul.
59-46, 21. Look like the Railers will improve to 8-1, and again, the next game will be here on Tuesday night, taking on the Titans from Chatham-Glenwood.
So Cook, he's at the line for one and the bonus. The one rimmed out, no good. And Donaldson trying to get it across and up and get something off here as desperation sets in. Wolf for a deep three, off the rim, no good. Donaldson stepped on the baseline, out of bounds. Going to be Railer's ball with 8 seconds to go, Josh, and that will do it here from Roy S. As a hard-fought game, and it's always a tough game with Effingham and the Lincoln Railers.
Seem to always bring it. The Railers will improve to 8-1 on the season, 4-1 in the conference, while Effingham will fall to 4-8 and 3-2 in league play.
Your final from Roy S. Anderson, the Lincoln Railers 59, the Effingham Flaming Hearts 46. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have the Ground Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic post-game show here on WLCN 96.3 FM. Final, the Railers 59, the Flaming Hearts 46. As the gym empties here on a Saturday afternoon, 3:45 almost, Josh.
Yeah.
And now we're just kind of lost.
Yeah, what do you do on a Saturday night with no basketball game to call and no basketball game to watch? You enjoy basketball on TV and football on TV, I'm sure, but it is kind of nice. I do enjoy the time that it gets over. We'll have to speak with Coach after when he gets up here to see how he thought it went with something new. But as you said, Scott, it's going to happen on Wednesday or the following Wednesday when we go to Collinsville. So you've got to be ready for that and ready to go at 2:30 as the Railers will take on Granite City on the 27th, I believe.
Yeah, and kind of anticipated a little bit being flat coming out today, Josh, just because it's the timing, the rituals, the pregame, the things that you do to lead up to that game. All that's cut in half, and I'm not saying it's an excuse, but we did come out a little flat today. Maybe the intensity wasn't there from the get-go, but they stuck with it and they were able to wear down Effingham.
Yeah, I think you're right. Effingham, although they had a nice strong comeback in the fourth quarter, the Railers got up with a 60-33 lead, the 50-33 lead, and then just all of a sudden 8 straight points by Effingham made this a closer game down the stretch. We'll take it back to the studios and wait for Coach Alexander to come up here in the postgame. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Welcome back to Roy S. Anderson. As
rockin'.
We got Mr. Komnick just playing the crap out of the air drums.
Well, you're saying I'm getting a little tired, so Tony Schilling's on the...
Is he on the air guitar over there?
Well, he's on the computer bringing us music over the loudspeakers. So excellent tunes here, 80s, 90s rock.
Is that what he's doing, or is he running the board?
No, he's running the music.
All right.
So... getting a little fired up here for the afternoon hours.
As we anticipate the arrival of Coach Alexander. Once again, your final from Roy S. Anderson. The Railers with the big win over Effingham, 59-46. Next game will be Tuesday at home as the Glenwood Titans come to town, Josh. And we know how the outcome of those games usually end up.
Tend to be low scoring. And Cook had 21 today. That might be the total the Railers get against Chatham.
Yeah.
So you're right. It becomes a slow-paced shot clock hoping game, which won't happen. But, it generally is a slow-paced, methodical game. I haven't really looked to see how well they're doing this season.
I think they're struggling a little bit. Coach Al said this morning they're young. They're struggling, but it doesn't matter. Young, struggling. It's just another one of those matchups that they bring their A game, which a lot of people do against the Lincoln Railers.
Yeah, Railers took care of Chatham. I remember last year at Chatham in non-conference action, so we'll hope to take it again. And then obviously the Railers travel to Washington the next night on Wednesday. So it's a different opponent for the Railers, different venue that I don't know that I've been to. At least I can't remember. That's been a long time if I've been to Washington High School.
Yeah. I think the last time we played Washington was over in Bloomington for a super sectional or something.
Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe I think one of our assistant, Brandon Farmer, might have been playing
in that game. Yeah,
they had a Roth maybe that went
to Indiana.
Yeah.
Matt Roth, absolutely.
Yeah, who was bombing them from way deep. I remember that. So, yeah, we'll have to see what they can bring with, and then after that, Scott, we got Christmas break, and then we've got Collinsville. So again, Collinsville starts on Wednesday after Christmas. I believe the 27th, 28th, 29th. The Railers are scheduled to take on the Warriors.
The Warriors of Granite City.
From Granite City on Wednesday at
not the Panthers.
2:30. Yeah, 2:30.
Warriors come out to play. You know what that's off of, Josh? Well, ask Joe Ryan. It's his favorite movie.
Okay.
As Coach Al makes his way up here, big gulp in hand.
Checks the victory sign on the
victory
on the big board here. It says victory, and he knows that was a Railer W, and he's happy with one of those.
And he's also happy that it's still only 4 o'clock.
Think so? What's he going to do different?
Oh, he's going out to eat.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You haven't told him yet?
Well, no, he's not with me.
Oh.
He doesn't want any part of that. He's got his wife to do that.
I don't blame him for not wanting to go out and eat with you, but Scott, take it away here, Coach.
Saturday afternoon game, kind of the outcome maybe we expected. Railers come out a little flat. We talked about that on the cheap seats this morning, just how they prepare. Just one of those odd games, but it's good to have one under your belt because you're going to do it again over in Collinsville. A big win against Effingham, 13-point lead. Kind of led them back in the game there in the fourth. But overall, a win's a win, and we'll be back here Tuesday night.
Yeah, we will. Yes, we let them get back in it there in the third. Then we opened it up at the tail end of the third, and then this group here has a little bit of trouble finishing games, and I thought our shot selection wasn't very good in the fourth. We hit a couple shots which were really bad shots, but when you make them, they turn into good shots.
Right,
but it's just the fact of the way we closed it out. When you play Effingham, you're going to get a team that plays very, very hard, executes, and they picked us apart. So we got to spend some time on the film and make sure we cover up what they did to us, because we're probably going to see that quite often.
Yeah, Coach, 59-46. You talked about that fourth quarter comeback a little bit for Effingham, but it was kind of a quick trigger. So a lot of Railers had quick trigger tonight, I thought. Was it something that you're maybe getting ready for with the shot clock, or just guys are just ready to shoot?
Well, everybody's ready to shoot, but we have spent time with trying to transition and get down, but we still got to take good shots, and some of the things that we did were not very good. So we'll get better, and I think with the shot clock coming, you're going to see a lot of, because we did have, and the kids didn't know, but we did have Coach J-Mac and Coach Dom were charting each of our offensive possessions from the time we rebounded to just see where we stood, and I think we had one violation, but the violation that we had was an air ball that we had down here, and we got it back. I think it was Aiden that went baseline, picked it up, and kicked it back out, and then we ran it. But if it had hit the rim, we'd have had no shot violations. So I don't know if they felt like they were playing with a shot clock, but that's what's going to happen. I mean, you could have a 13-point lead, and you're going to have to shoot it. You're not going to be able to delay the game and things, and you just got to work for good shots. And, you know, if you watch a collegiate game and so forth, when it gets down to the last few possessions, it becomes turnovers and things and so forth, and because they don't execute. You know, they get one ball handler out there because they don't have the 5-second violation, and they can just hold it till it's time to go, and then they got no rhythm into an offense. So hopefully we can work on things and get better. So.
But the good thing is everybody will have to adapt. It's just not us
right.
when you get there. So
right.
That will be good. But again, a little bit of inconsistent shooting. We shot it well on Saturday against Jacksonville, and then just didn't shoot it real well tonight. It felt like almost out of rhythm a little bit with some of our shooters. Just quite a few threes off tonight.
Yeah,
or this afternoon, I guess.
You know, and it's a confidence game, and if you hit a couple, you feel pretty good, and you go from there. So. You know, we just got to, and we're going to spend time because we want to try to iron it out and be able to attack, you know, and be able to play, hopefully, with some kind of rhythm at the Collinsville tournament.
Well, Coach, another big game coming up Tuesday and then Wednesday. So you got, you know, maybe a day of practice to prepare for 2 games. And then a little bit of a break, and then Collinsville. So next game Tuesday, that's a 7 o'clock start.
Tuesday is 7 o'clock, 5:30 and 7.
The same thing for Wednesday at Washington, I believe.
Correct.
5:30 and 7.
Yep.
All right. Well, Coach, 4 o'clock. I don't know if you realize that or not. You got a whole night ahead of you.
You have to take Scott out.
Big plans. Yeah, I thought you might take your favorite son-in-law out for supper or something. But
I'd go find a basketball game to watch if I were you.
Yeah, he will. But yeah, so you know, a win's a win, like we said. Another afternoon game that the Railers aren't really typically, you know, ready for, but you know, it's a good thing, and like you said, we'll do it again in Collinsville that not next Wednesday, but for the following Wednesday.
Yep, it'll be here before you know it. So
yes, sir.
Hopefully we'll see everybody out. We'll get back to a traditional time of 7 o'clock start on Tuesday, and you know, it's another returning to the future foes that we have in the Central State 8. So we like to make a point when we do play the Central State 8 that you know, we can still play a little basketball.
All right, Coach. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you back here Tuesday night as the Railers take on the Titans of Glenwood.
Yep.
That'll do it for us here in Lincoln. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday at 7 o'clock as the Railers are at home to take on the Titans from Glenwood. Our broadcast will begin with pregame show starting at 6:30. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer director Paula Kodat, and Josh Komnick, this is Scott Kirby. Once again, the final score, Lincoln 59, Effingham 46. The Railers now stand at 8-1. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast and would like to thank our listeners for listening and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Railer basketball. From Lincoln, Illinois, good afternoon, everyone. It's time to send you back to the studio for, I guess it's Today's Country. So, is that right, Lloyd?
Sure.
All right, for Today's Country. So thanks for tuning in.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, Family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skin care, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter basketball. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.